Sunday, February the 24th, 2013. My name is Michael Wright, and this is the weekend webinar. Just before going forward, please do pause the recording for those watching the playback and read over the risk disclaimer. And for those of you all who are here with me now, please do take the time out to quickly scan over the disclaimer, and we will get started shortly. Okay. Let's jump right into the markets. Currently, there are no open trades, all right, but we are keeping our eyes on a couple of setups. In focus to really begin the week is a dollar CAD and Kiwi dollar. Um, we also looking at the euro, etc., but really keeping focus into the Kiwi and the dollar CAD. Hello, Randall, how are you? So for one, take a look at the Kiwi dollar. Currently looking at pre-market quotes, it appears that the Kiwi is right around 83.64. So gap to the downside. Okay. Hopefully it stays down here. I do like those entries right up against this hourly trendline support. I'll put a 30 pip stop on here, and I will be targeting 84.20. 84.20, that area represents top side of this descending trend line, and at the same time it also represents the bottom side of the cloud. Okay, so I do like that setup. It could actually gain a strength a little bit past that. We'll see how that plays out. All right, but I'm gonna keep pat there first. So possibly a move could be in which it rallies, pulls back near 84.20, and then pulses another top side. So watching that, and more importantly though, longer term, it does appear Kiwi should be weaker than the Aussie via Aussie Kiwi. All right, you guys got the RTM over the weekend, so the update there. But here we have upside strength at least to 126. So um, we just missed those entries. If it pulls back, and maybe get some horizontal support, and also kind of pulses a head and shoulders type of formation, meaning like this, then I may take that other entry order. Okay, I may take that other side if it gets there. Back into 122.50. Make that right side. This could provide a little neckline, and see how that plays out. So watching for that as well. All right, basically something like this. I like that risk to reward on that possibility. And then you could just do the difference of if that plays out, then you do head to neckline breakout to find the targets, the measured move. All right, so that's a good play in my opinion. We'll see how the market starts off, but again, I'm really looking to take that Kiwi dollar long side somewhere near the open, as long as we stay at these depressed levels for Friday's trade, right up against this trendline support. At the same time, we could take a look at the dollar CAD. As of late, the dollar CAD is actually trading at 10022. Okay, 1022. So a little bit higher than Friday's close, but here it looks like a complete move. So it met the 100% extension. You could see the divergence so developing there. We had the thrust out of that triangle, and we also came just around that 161.8% Fib retracement. Okay, so a lot of big reasons to have that risk on bias. Okay, looking at it from an Ichimoku standpoint, okay, nothing really much to see here, but you can see that nice pin bar at the top, the wick, the massive wick side, possible double top there. So I do like those areas to get short. May not take both of them, but if the dollar CAD can rally a tad bit more and I could get to break even sooner than later on Kiwi dollar, then I will like that dollar CAD for shorts. All right. Also, we could also wait for a breakout. All right. So I like to see it bounce, respect this support around 102 and 1.0190, get a bounce, and then maybe post another high to mark some divergence, and then break out, because then we could have some stops above there, as only a break back above will negate that viewpoint. All right. Hello, Ace. How are you doing? Okay, so dollar CAD, Kiwi dollar, two of them keeping a close on, and more specifically Kiwi, I will go ahead and most likely trade as long as we stay at these levels at the open. Euro dollar also of interest. Euro dollar right now holding support. Okay. Now, as long as we hold above 150, okay, I'm expecting a move to 133 before any possible pullback. Now, a breakout above a breakout. Let's get this level. A breakout above 133.50 that will open up more top side to 135 in my viewpoint. I probably won't be bottom picking this, but this is ideally the same trade as dollar Swiss, as they are inverse other. And remember, though we got stopped out on break even on dollar Swiss late last week, this setup is still holding. Okay, still holding, and actually that's another one I like over. I like this over euro dollar just because a tad bit clearer rather than just that extension by itself. So even so, dollar Swiss is even clearer than dollar CAD in my viewpoint. But same idea, right? Is that moving risk on. Still got the 78.6% retracement right there. We have the trend line near the 100% measured move. Okay, and some nice breakouts. Triangle breakouts cleared, cleared a bunch of ways. 1, 2. Then you have a complex correction A, B, W, X, Y, but then a 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you can see that there. And as long as we hold below 93.20 and dollar Swiss, then ideally euro dollar should hold that 131.50 area. Okay. Everybody with me so far? Awesome. Awesome. So we have close eyes on those. The yens staying away from. um, the CAD yen, I think, Steven, if you're here, you were mentioning CAD yen, the breakout. Indeed, it broke out. One thing about triangles, all right, on average, they are continuation patterns, all right? Obviously, sometimes you have it could break out to the downside, but from a standpoint of reliability, on average, what do you see? And on average, they continue to move. So the previous move was to the top side. So I'll take risk to rewards trade like that all the time, just because on average it'll go to the top side. But this breakout does indeed bode well for shorts right now, right? We broke out of this triangle, so then you could do that measured move. I'm not going to take this short. I'm going to stay pat with what we just chatted about. But in terms of that measured move here, you could literally duplicate that and expect that towards somewhere near 89, so long as make it 4-hour close back above 92, but more importantly above 92.50. Okay? So for those who are watching that, that could be a good play in my viewpoint. So keep your eyes on that. Okay. So same thing will go for all yen pairs. No change. So CAD yen, dollar yen, expect the same thing. Okay. Dollar yen, I'll look at it as well. See, so this is still within the triangle. Obviously, the breakout will bode well. So just caution, because CAD yen's already under pressure. So it's either CAD yen is a head fake, just to squeeze out early longs and then lure in shorts, or dollar yen is it hasn't made up his mind yet, and dollar yen will follow suit. So watch for that breakout. Upside bias, as I said before, because these are continuation moves, but breakout will bode well for a confirmation. Okay, massive divergence. So watch that. And hey, if we break to the downside, I may take that as it'll follow CAD yen, but I would definitely be all over a long because this is a continuation pattern on average. Okay, it's gonna be the same thing across the board. Aussie yen, you see, so this is what CAD yen could do. All right, you see how it broke out to the downside, caught a head fake, and then came back, so squeezed out. But obviously, we need dollar yen to have some clearance. It's gonna be the same thing, Ace, across the board. If dollar yen was to break to the top side, then you'll wait for a 4-hour close above here. Until then, it's a short until it's not. Obviously, this pound yen is going mostly off of the pound dollar, and we all see what the pound dollar's been doing. We took off a quarter for plus 40, so the average on that position was plus 10. I will go ahead and update the performance tonight during the European session, so I'll update that. Watch for squeezes. Again, even pound dollar is something I'm probably not going to trade until, again, unless we see another crossover back to the top side. This is so that's how we took that trade on Friday. Thursday was this crossover here, and I'll show you guys. Actually, it's good. One thing, I always respect opinions, but I'll always trade normally, and this is normal to me. So, pound dollar, how has it done? See, so on average, the strategy bodes well. On average, right? This is the result of the strategy. So it bodes well, and that being the crossover on an hourly chart. You see, so here, we had it here, we had it here. You see, so it plays out. So I'll follow it. Nothing more to think about than having a plan. All right. So watch out for that. And we'll see how that plays out. Aussie dollar was one that we saw it. Went with pound dollar instead because it's depressed, but Aussie was the big play in which it rallied from the signal area from around 102.60 to 103.30. So hey, so we had that. Aussie, I still like to the upside. It's a little bit under pressure. A lot of choppy price action. Way too much choppy price action for my likings. Unless you're a scalper, which my opinion is difficult to do on a regular basis. But needs, if we could get another 4-hour close back above 103.30, then that will open up some top side and target areas. I still like that 105 mark. It's a little bit lower than that now as this trend line, as time progresses, this trend line becomes lower. So now we're looking at about 104.75, but that may take us about maybe 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. Obviously, the market just doesn't up one way, so we have that there. Okay, here. So yep, I like that 104.60 area. Right now, the market is at, for Aussie dollar, currently trading at 103 flat, so a nice little gap down. Okay, but to add clearance to those longs needs 103.20, and then top side targets near 460. All right. So watching that. Other than really, so the Kiwis and Focus, I like that near the open. Well, at the open, as long as we are around these levels. And I also like Dollar Swiss. So if that being said, anybody have any questions? Any pairs you guys want me to look at? Alright. Euro yen. Small wedge developing. I wouldn't really call this a channel because it's not really direct with each other. If you see, so it's not really direct like that. Okay. A dissonant channel bodes well to this course's downside. If you play this support, got to break it sooner than later. All the yen pairs are gonna follow the dollar yen, so we need more clearance on what the dollar yen decides to do. But right now, it's a long against 122. A 4-hour close below here would then make that support turn resistance in the first short side. All right. Is NADA 261? Not there yet, so I wouldn't be surprised if we pop rip higher on the back of the dollar yen and then start making those moves to the downside. Away from that, he says, well, we went over pound yen already. We did that. Let's go over EURUSD. EURUSD. Here we had a breakout. Then I think Liam had this trade breakout, and then fake. It came back under pressure to fake out those early longs right back in. I don't like this setup more specifically, just because not that clear. But here we have that's in the trend line too, so could be a good long against 134. Only a 4-hour close below there will negate it, and then if your dollar's right, then your CAD ideally is heading back into that 136 area. That's a top side resistance or double top. But wouldn't be surprised if we get an overshoot towards 136.37. Okay. Euro Swiss. Not a big fan of it, but if dollar Swiss is true, that has some downside. However, it could continue to see more consolidation. Here we have another triangle developing, so wait for a breakout here. All right, wait for that breakout to add color to that bleak picture. Yeah, Kermit says I saw a lot of fake outs, particularly on Friday session on 30-minute chart. Yeah, way too many, way too many, way too many. So, hey, rules of the game. All right. Any other questions? Any comments? Any concerns? You a pound? That's too choppy. It's too choppy. You have clearer setups. One thing not to do is sometimes, you know what? If it's too choppy, just let it go. Like, there's no reason to really take the trade. You have a lot of other Euro courses that are clearer. This one, because we broke out. You think this comes support, and then we broke to the downside. So now, first fake out, second, and now we're back above. So I don't really like the setup at all. There's not really much to do with it. Can move that part down from an Ichimoku standpoint. However, yeah. However, if we move that down, actually, as long as we hold this above this 4-hour cloud, 134 longs against there. Ideally, you're going off for the euro move, but I think euro dollar, euro CAD, euro Swiss are better setups than euro CAD. your dollar, your Swiss, even your yen to a degree. Gold short at the moment? Not at the moment. I think you missed it if you're not in it. We spoke about this, I believe, right, Karen? That was too beautiful of a short. Right? Remember when I think we spoke about it last week when we had broke support, horizontal support. I believe. Come on. Yeah, here. Sure. All right, so that we broke it to the downside, um, and then on the daily time frame, oh, this is what it was. Here it goes. You see, we broke this horizontal support. This was resistance. Flipped around. We bounced off of it first. Got the break, and then now still could see 1550. I think that needs to get hit for completion. Uh, I missed a 1,000 pip move. Well, 400, not 1,000. Right. So you have it here. It was a nice continuation move. It looks like it's flagging on the shorter time frames. Um, so if we could continue holding and then break out, then the breakout is the play. Not really nothing to do right now. But if we break out, the play will be then to the downside, having 1550 targets. Until then, it's not really much to do unless you're long on a small position until it breaks out. Then you flip to the downside. You see? This is what I mean by like flagging. Okay. Anybody else have any other questions? Anybody have any questions? All right. So yes, again. So again, Kiwi dollar. I'm looking to do. Looking to get into at the open. I'll send out an email shortly. I'll just say basically uh, going long mark Kiwi dollar at the open so long as it's below 83.70. Okay. So long as it's below 83.70, I'm going long. So you guys get an idea. Um, it does take us a little bit of time. I would say like I don't know, maybe a minute or two to get it out across the board, but it's a minute or two. We can't tell the market to wait. Uh, so I know sometimes it's a concern when the order sent, it was sent right away, but we can't tell the market, okay, I'm going long, wait for everybody to get into it. We can't control it, so just a heads up there. Other than that, let's see how this week plays out. Good luck trading, everybody. I'll talk to you all in the chat room. I will be back Wednesday for the midweek webinar. And feel free to Skype me if you have any specific questions. All right, guys, cheers and good luck trading.